Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Wind's Discourse. Where is your time flowing away to? Part 1. When time passes and you're no longer sure if you're living or just doing. Have you ever felt like your days go by but you have not really lived them? You wake up to the sound of the alarm, rush through breakfast while scrolling on the phone, and by the time you get home at night, all you can do is watch a few short videos before drifting off to sleep, only to repeat it all over again the next day. We are living in an age where everything runs. Time runs, deadlines run, and we ourselves must keep running so we are not going to be left behind. But here's the strange paradox. The harder we try to gain more time, the more we feel we never have enough. Dr. Cassie Holmes, the psychologist at UCLA, calls this phenomenon time poverty. It's not the objective lack of time, but the subjective feeling that there's never enough of it to truly live a full day. You may have the same 24 hours as everybody else, but still feel stressed, indebted, and constantly short on time. As she writes in her book Happy Hour, you don't need more time. You need to use the time you have to be happier. At first glance, that line sounds simple. But if you pause for 10 seconds and really think about it, it pierces right through the way we live today. We always want more hours, more vacation days, more money to buy back our freedom. But if you don't know how to live within the time you already have, no amount of more will ever be enough. You may tell yourself, just a few more years of hard work and I'll finally have time. But few years pass and you're still saying the same thing. It's an invisible loop where we trade each present moment for a future that may never come. Part 2. Why the more free time we have, the more drained we feel. The 5-hour paradox. In one of her major studies, Cassie Holmes and her colleagues surveyed more than 30,000 Americans about how they spend their time and how happy they were. The results were surprising. People with too little free time, less than 2 hours a day, feel stressed, tired, and dissatisfied with life. But people with too much free time, more than 5 hours a day, weren't happier either. Their life satisfaction actually dropped again, forming an upside-down U-shaped curve. So why is that? When we're short of time, we feel swept away, like we stop leading our lives and start being led by them. But when we have too much time, we lose direction. We stop feeling purposeful and valuable. It turns out happiness isn't about how much time we have, it's about how meaningfully we spend it. Kathy calls this sweet spot of time, usually between 2 and 5 hours of free time a day. But free doesn't mean doing nothing. It means having space for activities that make you feel alive. So instead of asking how much free time do I have, try asking what I'm doing with it. An hour of scrolling TikTok might look like rest, but it's a different kind of exhaustion. Meanwhile, 45 minutes working with your child or cooking dinner with your loved one. It takes more effort, but will make you feel truly alive. Cassie introduces another term, junk time, the time that you waste. It's the kind of rest that feels like relaxation, but it's really just a distraction, a temporary dopamine that leaves you even emptier afterward. Part 3. The Golden Hours. Finding the moments that matter most. Cassie Holmes called the central idea of her book the happier hour, the golden hour of happiness. It's not fixed 60 minutes, but a moment when you are fully present in your own life. A golden hour could be 30 quiet minutes reading in the morning when everybody else is sleeping. It could be the drive taking your child to school when you turn off the music and just talk. Or it could be 10 slow minutes with your morning coffee, doing nothing but listening to the wind. What matters is not the length of time, but the quality of your presence. In her book, Cassie shares how she once got so caught up in her work that she always felt short on time. But after having a child, she realized that one fully present minute with her daughter was worth more than 3 distracted hours at home thinking about emails. So she began to lock in her golden hours, treating them as sacred appointments on her calendar. There's something powerful in this idea. We treat others with such seriousness. We never miss a meeting with our boss, but we skip meetings with ourselves all the time. We stayed up late to meet a deadline, but won't give ourselves 30 minutes to journal, taking work, or just be. Maybe the real suffering of modern life doesn't come from not having enough time, but from forgetting where our goldens are. Part 4. How to find your golden hours again. 3 steps to reclaim your time. Cassie offers a practical 3-step method to regain control of your life. Step 1. Audit your time. For 1 week, write down what you do every 30 minutes and rate how you feel on a scale from 1 to 10. You'll see the true portrait of your life. How many hours go to work that drains you? How many minutes bring you peace? How much junk time you spend just to distract yourself from feeling exhausted? Step 2. Reallocate according to value. Once you map your time, sort your activities into 3 categories: happy time, meaningful and enjoyable; tolerable time, either meaningful or enjoyable but not both; wasted time, neither meaningful nor enjoyable. So your goal is reduce wasted time, improve tolerable time, and increase happy time. So for example, housework might be tolerable, but it can become happy if you play your favorite music or podcast. A dull work meeting can be more meaningful if you see it as a chance to support your team instead of a mandatory chore. Step 3. Create small daily rituals of joy. Pick 1 or 2 activities that make you feel truly alive and schedule them as sacred appointments. Maybe it's a 20 minutes of morning writing, maybe it's a sunset walk, maybe it's a Friday night call to your parents. Never leave them to whenever I have time, because the truth is you will never just have time. Happiness doesn't appear by chance, it's something you schedule. Part 5. When to begin to live in your own time. Cassie Holmes writes, "How you spend your time each day is how you spend your life." When we look back, we realize life isn't lost in grand events. It slips away in the small, repeated routines of every day. No one steals our time. We allow it to be stolen by endless meetings, constant notifications, and meaningless comparisons. But the most beautiful thing about time is that it always begins again every morning. No matter how much you sweated yesterday, today still gives you a fresh 24 hours to start over and to use them differently. Maybe you cannot quit your job right now, or move somewhere new, or change everything, but you can start with 15 minutes. 15 minutes without your phone, without rushing, without trying to do anything. Just being there, just living. Happiness, in the end, isn't the result of a perfect plan. It's the art of being truly present in the simplest, most ordinary moments. When you realize that a quiet morning or a child's laughter can already be a golden hour, life isn't a busy one, starts to feel gentler, softer, and far more human. If you've been feeling like you don't have time to live, Happier Hour isn't just a book, it's a reminder. You don't need more time. You just need to use your time more meaningfully. Because in the end, the way you spend time each day is the way you spend your life.